to another edition of Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Jenna Horning, and joining me today is men's lacrosse coach, Stewart Moan. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, thank you very much for having me.
So coaches routinely set goals for their teams before the season, and then as the season continues, they might change them or create new ones. What were your goals coming into this season, and how did you prepare for the season?
Well, I think I don't set a whole lot of goals. I let our team, they determine those sort of things. And I'm not going to delegate down to them. I'm very proud of my team. I think they have high expectations of themselves, and they want to be successful. And so I think what I want out of them is a goal that we kind of set every year is we want to, three of them, I guess three want to try to play for and win conference championships and should have a high level goal. And but we want to try to have a winning record or out of conference games. And if we have a winning record with our in-conference games, obviously make our conference playoffs. And then if we get to that championship game, and that's a pretty exciting thing and good lofty goals to have. But you gotta reach for the stars. And I think our guys work real hard to achieve that goal and feel something we can have a shot at.
So this year marks your 17th season as a coach at Susquehanna. How have you seen the men's lacrosse program change and grow throughout your years here?
Well, I think the growth we have is with the commitment of our players. This year they stepped up, and what I want out of them is for them to take ownership of the program. So they are doing the extra things, doing the extra lifts, doing the extra conditioning, doing the things, the standards they hold themselves to. So that comes from our captains, our seniors, our leaders.
I mentioned the win last night, but last night you traveled to Misericordia and came out with a win. That 9-8 victory was number 306, that win in your career, so congratulations.
Thank you.
What was your game plan going into that game last night?
Well, that was a very good game for us. We've lost to them the last 2 years. And we had some personnel matchups that we felt good about, and they had some tendencies that we felt that we could anticipate and neutralize. And we had some players step up and do that, which was great. I think another big key to our success last night, which is terrific, is there were some different guys that made big plays at big moments. And to try to explain it when we got back, that's what a team's about. You never know when that big moment's going to be. You never know who that person is. May not be the big name person on your team, maybe someone different, coming off the bench, or someone who's a role player who makes a specific great play at a crucial moment. And we had some people do that last night, and so I think that just unifies our team even more. That again, you never know when that's going to happen. You never know who's ready to step up, and that's what we prepare for the whole time.
But moving towards landmark play that's coming up next month, with the addition of Lycoming and Wilkes in the landmark, you now have 9 games of conference play instead of 7. What impact do you think that change will have?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think much of an impact. We play both those teams traditionally anyway, so for us it wasn't a big deal. I know when we push my players' mentality to say like, oh, today's a conference game, so the chips are more chips on the table, So I think there's 2 more conference games to get excited about. 2 more conference games that make a difference. 2 more games that you're playing that's going to affect your seeding if you can make the playoffs. So you got a lot to play for, and that's fun. You want to play in crucial games and games that if you win it means something, and to have that right in your face and your standings, the next day where you're going and posturing yourself for playoff positioning and seeding is great. So I think having those 2 more teams makes it fun. It makes a big impact, and that's kind of why we play. That's why we all have fun doing this.
I think that's a great perspective on it. And then looking forward, this Saturday you're traveling to Virginia to play Shenandoah. How are you feeling about that matchup, and what are your keys to that game?
Well, I think that's going to be a tough game for us as well. I know we opened the season up down in Virginia and playing Bridgewater, and Shenandoah beat Bridgewater last year, so they're probably a little better team, and we lost to Bridgewater by a goal. in overtime. So I think it's going to be a team very similar in style, very similar in talent to the team we played last night at Misericordia. So I tell our players it's probably going to be a one goal or 2 goal game. I don't know who's going to win. Hope it's us.
I wish you luck in that game. I just have one last thing,
Sure.
kind of a reflection question. What would you say has been the most fun or your favorite memory here at Susquehanna as the head men's lacrosse coach?
Probably the first championship we won, because only one can be the first, and not that and not this routine winning a second one, but to see the joy on my players when they storm the field, to see the program make a step up, and to do something historical, be that first team to win a conference championship in lacrosse here, be that first team to get an NCAA bid. So that's a special moment and an emotional moment to see their faces with all the hard work they've done, take a chance to come to our school, not a big name program, building little by little every year, trusting the process and seeing that come to fruition in a championship is, that was a special memory.
That is a special moment, especially being the first for the school. But again, I want to wish you luck this weekend and for the continuation of the season. And thank you for joining me today. Again, I'm Jenna Horning, and this is head coach Stewart Moan of the men's lacrosse team here at Susquehanna. Thank you for joining us.